Good afternoon, Ian Saw, President of TFGA with your weekly wrap. Well, incredibly busy week this week after spending time in Vietnam, which I reported to you. NFF Members Council, which is made up of the presidents and the CEOs of each state farming organisation, get together in Canberra. It's organised by the NFF. Look, a range of agenda items. The live sheep trade, which is not really an issue that affects Tasmania. However, what we did see there is that there was a non-science-based argument that was put forward by the general community that convinced the government to ban that trade. There's an issue there that we are all concerned about, is that it's the tail wagging the dog, and we will be keeping a very close eye on that. Housing and accommodation policy is especially important for the dairy industry in Tasmania. That's high on the agenda of NFF, making sure that those people working on dairy farms can find accommodation near to where they're meant to be working. Instant write-off, we're lobbying to have that extended in the budget, and we're also lobbying the taxation department to extend the machine and make sure that machinery ordered before the end of this financial year will come under that instant write-off legislation. We think that's fair and reasonable. We've also got, which I've mentioned before, the EPBC Act review, which is coming up. This must not negatively impact upon the on the farming community. We know that the people down the eastern seaboard who have an environmental bent will lobby government very hard to make environmental concessions on the rural community, and farmers that are there managing the bulk of the landscape are the ones that have to manage and look after those concessions, which is costly. We don't want that to happen, and we will be making sure that we're lobbying very hard for that to happen. Local government review in Tasmania. TFGA will be consulting you, the members, and others so that we make a submission in June or July. TFGA do not want to see the rural community inequitably impacted. We want to make sure that our rate base is used appropriately. We want to make sure that we get the services that are appropriate, and we want to make sure that any boundary adjustments aren't going to negatively impact the rural community. Also, the TFGA board and staff will be having one of its most important meetings, I think, this year anyway, and where we're developing up the membership strategy. So that's where we'll be looking at making sure that we've got a really good value proposition for you, the members, how we communicate with you, how we collect our levies and what we collect, etc. And we will be reporting back to you on how that goes. The building in Longford, look, a couple of people have been asking about that. I can tell you that the tenders for the building goes out next week, I think it is. We're lining up to have that in the building by November of this year. Slow process, however, it is moving forward in a methodical way. AGFEST in a couple of weeks. Can I please urge everyone to come and see us at the AGFEST tent. Come in and have a drink, a cup of coffee, come and meet the staff, come and meet board members. The more members that come in, the better, so that'll be great. So until next week, take care.